Chris Cuomo here. Welcome to NewsNation. This is where right and left come to be reasonable. But you know what? Forget it. I'm not saying it anymore. Forget right and left. I don't want to hear from either side. I don't want to hear that this is about one side or the other. You are both killing us. Do you understand? Literally and figuratively. The truth is, there are so many acts of political violence we can't keep track. Minnesota, Colorado, 2 attempts on the President of the United States. Now this, Charlie Kirk's murder. And who can believe that there won't be more? Now, I would say God forbid. But you know what? If you believe in God, you also believe that he gave us free will and we are using it to destroy his blessings. So let's just focus not on right and left, right and wrong. Can we just start here? In America, killing someone for what they say is wrong. Period. We all know the problem. Here is a solution. Now, I am dead set against any type of limitations on speech in America as a function of government intervention. That's what the First Amendment is about. But businesses make choices. Elon, you can tell me to piss off, but I never would want anything bad to happen to you or your family or anything because of what you say. And I think you can help here. I think you and the other tech bros should change your algorithms to stop juicing and making money off the most provocative, destructive, and extreme shite. Because that's what social media has become. It could be whatever we want to make it, and it's a dumpster fire. Trust that you are catering to the few and not the many with the poison on your platforms. How bad is it? We are flooded with ideas about whether what Charlie Kirk said somehow qualifies his murder. And we have collectively ignored that 2 guys just bombed. No, they tried. They tried to bomb a news van in the same state where he was murdered. Why aren't the people who are worried about what Charlie said up in arms about what these guys just did? How is it not trending? It just happened Friday. And so many people were saying, oh, wait, what? Yeah, how do we not know? This guy from Pakistan and someone with the same surname, maybe a relative, I don't know, they live in Utah. They tried to blow up a news van. They put a bomb underneath it and lit it. They were just arrested today. Bombing is a crime. If people caught those guys in the act and beat their ass, I could see trying to justify the violence. But dropping rhetorical bombs is not the same. What happened to, I may disapprove of what you say, but will defend to the death your right to say it? The quote is often attributed to Voltaire, right? The French philosopher during the Enlightenment. Boy, could we use another Enlightenment. It was actually not Voltaire. Did you know that? It was his biographer, a woman named Evelyn Beatrice Hall, summarizing his writings. She wrote that line. I can't tell you how many veterans over the years have talked to me about politics and their feelings and how that ideal that I just outlined shaped their sacrifice. Do we still believe it? I don't know. Are we really in a place where a murder based on what someone said gets a yeah, but? I condemn it. It's unacceptable. There is no place for it in America. But he said a lot of terrible and divisive things. Did you hear what he said about Joe Biden? Would you say that at a wake? Would you look at the guy in the box and say, yeah, it's kind of a bum though, no? Would you say that? Would you be okay with me saying it when a gangbanger gets shot? Well, you know, gang life is stupid. You know, this is what happens. No. Why? Because death is a shadow that eclipses the light of any criticism of the deceased. It can't be out-argued or changed with an election. So it shouldn't be surprising that after being shot and killed in front of his wife and kids, that Charlie Kirk, at only 31 years of age, is being lionized by people on the right, including the President of the United States. Yeah, but that's unusual. It's unusual to get shot in the neck for trying to engage kids on campus, too. Everyone knows Charlie's organizing efforts were fundamental to Trump's victory. Of course, he will celebrate him, especially Because Charlie Kirk was murdered for doing what America is supposed to protect. I know as well as any of you what Charlie Kirk said that could be seen as extreme or toxic or worse. We disagreed on a lot. However, my feelings about what he said have no place in my assessment of his murder. It was wrong, and I wish it hadn't happened. We need more talk about how to get to a better place. Democrats should not be quiet right now. It should not be hard for me to get you to come on. Republicans should not just be talking about avenging. We need to restore the idea that we battle over ideas here. We don't get killed for them. The key here is that this is about what Charlie was saying, not what he was doing. That is the line where you get to qualify violence as a response, where a crime can be committed, where force may be justified. Last point. Notice, I'm not talking about the 22-year-old who murdered Charlie Kirk. I don't know why he did it. Neither do you. We're covering that aspect tonight with much better minds. But does it matter? Yes, if the knowledge reveals a continuing threat or an organization out there that needs to be checked. But that's not why people want to know why he did it. People want to know so that one side can blame the other. And it's already being done anyway. We see the president and the vice president doing that despite the need for healing and unity. I have never seen less messaging to try to assuage a crisis than I'm seeing right now. The silence is unacceptable. The spin is unacceptable. The blaming and the justifying is what got us here. It is what got Charlie Kirk murdered. It will never get us anywhere better. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.